Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about lacrimal apparatus. We will start our topic with introduction, and here at the side there is a diagram for the reference. So lacrimal apparatus is a system of structure that is responsible for production, distribution and drainage of tear, ensuring proper lubrication and protection of eyes. It plays a vital role in maintaining ocular health by preventing dryness, flushing out debris and providing antimicrobial defense. Now let's talk about anatomy and function of the lacrimal apparatus. Lacrimal apparatus consists of several components including the lacrimal gland, lacrimal canaliculi, lacrimal sac and nasolacrimal duct. So these are the main components of the lacrimal apparatus, and these structures work together to produce and transport tears from the eye to the nasal cavity. These include lacrimal gland, lacrimal puncture and canaliculi, lacrimal sac and nasolacrimal duct, and we will talk about them one by one. First we will talk about lacrimal gland. That is the primary structure responsible for tear production, and it is located in the lacrimal fossa of frontal bone in the upper outer quadrant of the orbit. This gland is divided into two parts. The first is orbital lobe, that is large superior portion situated behind the lateral part of superior orbital rim. Second part of lacrimal gland is palpebral lobe, that is smaller inferior portion located beneath the orbital lobe and within the inner surface of upper eyelid. The lacrimal gland secretes aqueous tears which contain water, electrolytes, protein and antimicrobial enzymes such as lysozymes. These tears are delivered to the conjunctival sac through the multiple excretory duct. Further, we have is lacrimal puncture or canaliculi, that are also part of lacrimal apparatus. These are basically the part that drains tear from the eye through a small opening called lacrimal puncture located at the inner margin of upper and lower eyelid. Each eye has two puncture, that is superior punctum that is located on the upper eyelid and inferior punctum that is located on the lower eyelid. These puncture lead into lacrimal canaliculi, which are small tubular ducts that transport tears from the puncture to the lacrimal sac. Next, in the part of lacrimal apparatus, we have lacrimal sac. That is a sac that is an enlarged structure basically located in the lacrimal fossa or medial orbital wall. It serves as a temporary reservoir for tear before they enter the nasolacrimal duct. Next, we have nasolacrimal duct, that is also part of lacrimal apparatus. The nasolacrimal duct is long passage that extends from the lacrimal sac to the inferior meatus of nasal cavity. It allows excess tear to drain into the nose, which explains why crying often leads to a runny nose. Now let's talk about tear film composition. Tear film consists of three layers. The first is lipid layer that is produced by meibomian glands that prevent tear evaporation. The second layer of the tear film is aqueous layer that is secreted by the lacrimal gland that provide hydration and nutrients. Next layer of the tear film is mucin layer that is produced by globular cells in conjunctiva that ensure tear adhesion to the ocular surface. Now let's talk about innervation and blood supply of lacrimal apparatus. First we will talk about innervation. The lacrimal gland receives parasympathetic innervation from the facial nerve, that is cranial nerve number 7, through the greater petrosal nerve. Sympathetic supply is by the sympathetic fiber that also contributes to tear production regulation. Next, we will talk about blood supply to the lacrimal apparatus, that is provided by branches of ophthalmic arteries, while venous drainage occurs through the lacrimal vein. Now let's talk about clinical significance of lacrimal apparatus. Common disorders that affect the lacrimal apparatus include dry eye syndrome, that is insufficient tear production leading to irritation and discomfort. Second clinical significance is dacrocystitis, that is infection of lacrimal sac due to obstruction of nasolacrimal duct. Next is epiphora, that is excessive tear production that is caused by drainage system dysfunction. Next is nasolacrimal duct obstruction, that is blockage of nasolacrimal duct that prevent proper tear drainage. Next we will talk about diagnosis and treatment of nasolacrimal duct conditions. Lacrimal system disorders are diagnosed through clinical examination, tear function tests and imaging studies that may be MRI or CT scans. Treatment of these disorders may include medication, tear duct probing, or surgical intervention, depending on what type of disorder there is. And this was all about the lacrimal apparatus. And hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching.